What's up, comic and pop culture fans? This is James from Minhunter Comics. We're going to make a short little video today about what I think are some of the worst costumes that this hobby has ever seen in the world of comics. I challenged myself to not only just do 90s stuff, so you're going to get a little golden age in here as well. Drop some down below that are your favorites, and let's get this party started. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. First is going to be Fantastic Boobs. I mean, Invisible Woman. That's right. In the 90s, they opted to give her a cutaway perfectly located right where her chest emblem should be. Very famous. You're going to find this on a lot of lists of dumbest costumes ever made. Funny thing is, for us guy readers in the 90s, I don't think we minded it as much. I don't know why. Next up is going to be Cosmic Boy's outfit change to Bondage Boy. Yes, he's either too naked or not naked enough. I don't know what's going on here. I don't understand this design at all. Weird side boob nipple coverage. This is a decision was made on this for sure. Yeah, glad they let that one go. Dr. Fate, that time he became Doctor-less Fate. Not only did he lose his doctorate as part of his name, he seemed to have lost all fashion sense. He went by the name Fate, and this could arguably be up there with one of the worst rebrandings of all time. Tim who? Oh, Tim Drake, that's right. One day, the last 20 years of completely mishandling Tim Drake will be studied, except for Tynion's detective run. I love you for that, man. But he just keeps getting a back seat. Well, during this one brief period, even his costume got a back seat. Tell me you're not interested in designing this character without telling me you're interested in designing this character. Come on. Dracula. Well, Dell Publications seems to just do the purple bat. Yeah, this was just probably the worst Dracula look I've ever seen, ever. And we've seen a lot of iterations of Dracula from Bram Stoker all the way to the stuff with Blade. But I think a little was left too much to the imagination on this one, and some creative liberties got a little carried away. All right, we obviously have to mention S&M Thor. I was going to say Fabio Thor, but he's kind of always Fabio Thor. This was an extremely brief and never quite explained Thor costume that came out of the 90s that was as ridiculous as it was brief. All the costumes in these few issues are pretty crazy, but this one takes the cake. I think if it weren't for the internet, this thing would have been forgotten to time. Maybe it should stay that way. Next, we got Guy Gardner. That time they made him a Coachella girl. Guy Gardner, warrior, and he's just all tribal tattooed up and super muscular and veiny. Now, granted, the book was actually pretty good, and he had some cool new powers, but in the end, he really looks like just some frat dude who's really trying to get some Coachella girls to come back to his place. Let's not forget Steve Ditko's Firefly. This is Garfield Lynn's Firefly, but you kind of get the vibe that this suit is Ditko being a little bit tired at this point in his career. Normally a character with some cool design, but gets a super rough outfit with one of the stupidest belts you'll ever see. To be fair, the original version is not much better. Thank God this guy finally got redesigned to look like a cool Bat villain. Booster Gold became Booster Trolled. That's right. In a couple iterations on this list, you're going to see some 90s characters that got some armor and looked ridiculous. I think Booster Gold is the worst of all the enhanced armor ones. This is rough. Luckily, it didn't last that long, but it left a lasting impact that still puts it on a lot of lists to this day. Let's not forget Captain Chad, formerly known as Captain America. Hot on the trails of the Booster Gold redesign, we have the Cap exoskeleton design. And while I don't think it's as bad as Booster Gold's, it definitely is not a match for Cap. And unlike some of the ones on this list, this one actually stuck around for a little while there. I just don't understand why in the 90s everyone needed so much metal armor. Next is going to be MJ Jackpot, otherwise known as the Face It Tiger, You Lost the Jackpot. MJ is Jackpot recently in comics, and she gets a bunch of bracelets that give her powers. Well, apparently the bracelets also made her forget that she was a fashion model for a couple decades now. I don't know why she completely lost her sense of design here, but this was a little bit ho-hum. Wolverine, Tasmanian devil with fingerless gloves. This thing is absolutely hideous. It's basically the super berserker version of Wolverine, when he's just basically all berserk, and they made him literally just like an alien animal in the 90s. Pretty ugly, and I think they listened to people because it didn't last that long. Let's go ahead and mention the Color Kid, otherwise known as the Rainbow Vampire. This dude is a real DC character, part of the Legion of Substitute Heroes, who shows up and has some colors. He has a bunch of different colors at his disposal. Cool, DC. Weirdly enough, I kind of hope James Gunn remembers to include this dude. Last one I'm going to give you here is the Green Turtle, otherwise known as the Scene Turtle. You can see a little too much of this guy. This dude parades around in his underwear and beats up criminals. Look, I get it's the golden age, and I know there's not a lot of costumes to go off from, but maybe some clothes would be good. What are some of your favorites? Drop them down below, and as always, keep on hunting. Make sure to come on down to Sentiment Depot's Antiques and Collectibles, located at 238 West Delaware Ave in Pennington, New Jersey. Find so many great books for just $1 and the lowest prices on key comics around. Enjoy a huge selection of graded comics priced up to 20% lower than current fair market value. We are open from Wednesday to Sunday, closed Monday, Tuesday. You got a collection you want to sell? Bring that too. Can't wait to see you there.